Now it is high time for Igbos to start going back home to develop Igbo. I repeat, it is high time for Igbo to start going back home to develop their homeland. The Mushin local government has inaugurated a 5-man board to administer and manage activities at the Agironsi International Spare Parts Market in Ladipo. I repeat, the Mushin local government has inaugurated a 5-man board to administer for administration and to also manage the activities at the Agironsi International Spare Parts Market in Ladipo area of Lagos State. Remember, the last time there was an issue with the management whereby the local government told the leadership of the Agironsi International Spare Parts Market in Ladipo to make sure that they include indigenes of Lagos or Yoruba indigenes in their leadership. That led to the so-called chairman going behind to conduct an election against the directive of the courts and the local government. The Igbo man there want to carry everything on his head. He went behind against the directive of the courts, contempt of courts. Against the directive, he went and conducted a sham election. Thereby, he was arrested with others and taken to Abuja. Now, the same Mushin local government have inaugurated a 5-man board to administer and manage the activities of that market in Ladipo, populated by the Igbos. Look at the names of those that were inaugurated. 5 men. We have number 1, Barrister Femi Martins is the chairman of that board. Number 2, Mr. Tokwe Oloyeye is a secretary. Mr. Tokwe Oloyeye is a secretary of the board. Then other members are Mr. Babatunde Ige, Mr. Ajibade Olajoku, and Mr. Emmanuel Dike. We have 5 Southwesterners and 1 Igbo man in that board to accommodate, at least to accommodate non-indigens. We know that the Alaba market, especially the Agironsi International Market, Spare Parts Market, is populated by Igbos. And over the years, Igbos have been dominating the leadership of that market. Hence, the population of the Igbos in that market. But recently, there's a change in power. I've been saying it. Igbos are stubborn. Very, very stubborn. Until they cut their head before they start to think about going back home to invest. You are doing gra-gra. See, there's one thing about the Igbos that we need to address. If you are making it, if you are doing something tangible, if you have rich men, if you have the best, don't brag about it. Don't be so arrogant about it. We have said it over and over again. Some riffraffs go on the street to say Lagos is a no man's land. Some riffraffs go on social media and say Igbos built and owns Lagos. When you look at those people, they don't own any house in Lagos. They don't own any investment in Lagos. They are just there for the bragging sake. Igbos are this, Igbo that just hyping. If you have something, you don't hype it. See, the genesis of all this problem starts from the fact that Tinubu lost to, I will repeat it and I will continue to say it. There's nothing nobody would tell me about the Yoruba Ronu that was banned many years ago. And they started this Yoruba Ronu movement when Tinubu lost the election in Lagos, and it became shocking to the powers that be in Lagos when the people decided to vote out Tinubu, especially in Lagos. Man, those local government boys and everybody, those people, they were afraid. Man, they were afraid. That is why the mobilization during the governorship election was something else. They decided to make it violent, the governorship election. Every polling unit, you see, the person that the polling unit is close to his or her house, they will activate that person to start threatening voters just because of that presidential loss. The wounds, they are still licking their wounds till tomorrow. That is why you are seeing all these movements by the Yoruba Ronu. And let me tell you, it is an official thing now in government, especially the Lagos state government. Why is it that they are doing this thing? You see, the political structure of Lagos state, they have been enjoying from the largesse of the state. They have been enjoying from the revenue, the contracts. Do you know what it means to be a local government chairman and you're an APC? How much you have accumulated, the levies you collect from markets, everything. You know, Lagos is prosperous so much. So if you're in government, you won't want to leave. Some people have been local government chairman for years. They won't want to leave. So an election is conducted, and then one Labour Party will come and remove them from power. That one is shock them. If not for one or two things, Labour Party who won Etiosa local government, Labour Party won, I think, Oshodi. They were just shocked. So that's why they are doing everything they can. They believe that the Igbos have an influence, an impact during the elections. Probably it was an OB, and they looked at the Labour Party as an OB, as an Igbo party. So they are willing to go to any length to cut and clip the wings of Igbos in the whole of Lagos state. They are not doing that because they love the Yorubas. They are doing that because their political structure is threatened. They don't want other Yorubas to take over that political structure. So far it is APC. They want that APC structure to be there for life. That's why if it's going to take them to take over all the markets in Lagos, whether Computer Village, whether Trade Fair, whether Akilo, whatever market, they will do so. If you have been to Aguironsi International Market, you know the kind of investment the Igbos have there. APC cannot win an election if you are going to conduct it in that market. So whatever they are doing, they are sending a message. I've said it is being legislated. The Yoruba Ronu is being legislated. Not that these people that are shouting Yoruba Ronu online, that the local government chairman are listening to them. It is because they want to sustain their political structure. They don't want to lose it. If Labour Party eventually takes over the political structure, or other party, or PDP, it is a gun. It's a gunner for the APC. It is a gunner for the APC. That's why you see, I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. That's why you see, they are doing all they can. When you go to streets now, they are doing roads. They are doing roads. They are doing infrastructure to win the hearts of the people. They are asking themselves the question, why is it that people did not vote for us? Most youths during that election voted against the APC because the APC have not been taking care of the youths. So they have been doing everything to do infrastructure, do roads, making sure that they gain the trust of the people. Despite the fact that they know that they have an instrument of rigging, but yet they needed to affirm to the people that yes, we are a government that you can trust. I'm not surprised with the activities of the local government, going to street by street, putting street light and doing roads because of the election. So it's not because of a Yoruba Ronu thing, because of the political structure of Lagos State was threatened at the last election. And an Igbo man who is wise will understand and look at the handwriting on the wall. You don't come and start bragging. You are bragging to who? Lagos State belongs to the Yorubas. Forget what the Oba of Bini said the other time he came. All this one are just talk. Who owns Lagos now? Are you telling me that 2,000 years ago it was Yorubas that owned this? Somebody must own a land at a particular point in time. Somebody must occupy a land at a particular point in time. Look at Israel and look at where they are now. Some people were there after they left, were taking captivity. They took them to captivity. They spread all over the world. Some people were there Those people were the owners of that land. They came and they found a way to remove those people. Israel now owns the land. Anybody who tells you that Lagos is no man's land, he's just saying it hypothetically, or he's just saying it to catch cruise. Yorubas own the land in Lagos. If you want to confirm that, go and be an Oba. Go and be an Oba of Lagos. Or go and be a governor or local government chairman. You see, I'm not supporting the system that this current administration under Obasa and Sanwo-Olu is taking. I know that they are afraid of losing the political structure. That is why they are doing what they are doing. I'm concerned about my Igbo brothers that have coconut head. Until they lose all their hope is in this Lagos. Ojukwu came the other time and was angry with the way these guys are investing so much, neglecting the southeast region. Neglecting. See, we know that the absence of national infrastructure in the southeast, that is why people are not moving to the southeast to invest. We know that. We understand that. But somebody tells me that in far back Yobe, Igbos are there developing lands in Yobe. Igbos are everywhere in Nigeria. I know you know that it is not everywhere in this country that we have national presence, but Igbos are everywhere. Why is it that your home, you don't think about your home? First, think about how to develop your home. The ideas will come when you sit down and you ponder on what am I going to do, or our age grade in the village, or our age grade in our meetings in Lagos State. What are we going to do to make sure that we take some of these things back home and invest? Stop dragging with your hosts. They have the political power to do and undo, even with their deceit, with their cunning nature and attitude. They know what they can do. I know for sure, and I can give you and take you can take this to the bank, that the Yorubas cannot do without the Igbos in their markets. I know this one is sure. Whatever they are doing is to control the influence, control the influence of the Igbos in Lagos, other southwestern states. That's what they are doing. That's why you see they had to just put one Igbo man, Emmanuel DK, in that board that was inaugurated by the Mushin local government. They can't do without the Igbos. No. They don't really and genuinely want the Igbos to go. That is fact. I told you, and I'll say it over and over again. I was born and being born and bred in Lagos is not like I'm using it for show. I was born and bred in Lagos. I understand the psychology of those people. They cannot do without the Igbos. You see, the Yorubas cannot stay together in one place, one big market. They want, if they have a leadership, they want somebody, an outsider, to be in that market, so as to control. Because when Yorubas are so much in a place, they cannot stay as one. So for them to be able, a Yoruba leadership in such a market, for them to be able to control and have people that are loyal to them, they need people from other tribes to be in that market. So go to any market, the leadership must want to have something to do with an Igbo person, an Edo person, a Delta person, somebody that's not Yoruba, because Yorubas coming together, they don't really trust themselves. All this one they are saying, I've said it before, all this one they are saying Biafra, Oduduwa, Arewa. My brother, the reasons why the Yorubas are united is because of outsiders. I will say it over and over again. The reasons why Yorubas are united is because of outsiders. Take away these outsiders, you now know, it will now confirm that Yorubas are not united in quotes. These ones that are doing Yoruba Ronu, they will not see anywhere to do their Ronu. They will not be doing their Ronu for their own brother. I've said it before that this Yoruba Ronu is a demon, is a virus, is a disease. Maybe it's not Ronu, because some people they use Ronu to hide their bigotry. So a bigot, Ronu might be a good word. Ronu, yes, because you need to Ronu. Ronu might be a good word, but some people use that Ronu to hide their the evil spirit that is worrying them. So if there are no Igbos or other tribes, they will find a way to express, to venture, to vent their Ronu. So they need Igbos, but they want to control. And as they are trying to control, you can't stop them. All this gragra you are doing, you can't stop them. Think on how you can go and develop the Southeast. I understand that many people want Biafra to come into play. Everybody wants to go. I met some people, they said they are willing to leave their shops. Wow. They are willing to leave whatever they have invested. And if Biafra brings the call today, they are all going to. If there's a genuinely, we know that all parties are agreed, everybody, treaties are being signed, everybody, they are moving down. They are moving back because they know, and we know, there's an onslaught, a prepared attack, psychologically, economically, on the Igbos. Look at what Ruben Abati said about Igbos not selling land. Ruben Abati is an Arab Yoruba, and these people are in the same APC. They are Shiwaju boys. Everything they are trying to do is to make the Igbo man look less, and the more they try to make you look less of a person, the more the Igbo man flourishes and shines. They are surprised. How come we gave these people so amount of money during the war, and they are so flourishing? How come these guys are something else? Although we have our flaws, but that does not mean that somebody will now look at the whole tribe and start doing all sort of. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. I've told you about the Yorubas now. They have good people, but they have, for the fact that they have good people does not mean I personally, I don't hate any tribe. Those that know me personally know I don't hate any tribe. You might be shocked how liberal I am. The reasons I'm fighting for this Biafra cause is to preserve my people. That is a preservation method. Preserve my people. I embrace everybody. I am a humanist. I first look at you as a human being created by God. Because you have eyes, nose, and everything, the respiratory system, everything you have, the parts of your body as a human being. Before we are created, nobody assigned you Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, or Fulani. First, you were a human being. The Tower of Babel was when God, the man had a voice. So they came together to build a tower back to God. I'm sorry for those that don't believe the Bible. At that Tower of Babel, that's when languages were split. Different languages were introduced, but man was one. So I see you as a human first before you are Yoruba, Hausa, or whatever. So the preservation of the Igbo is much more important. That's why we're asking, please, before they cut off your head, before you lose every bit of what you have, invest in the Southeast now. Go back home this December. Go back home and invest. Go back home and invest. That is what you need to start doing. Now, the next thing they are calling on the Mushin local government to do is to change the name of that market. It goes by Yorubas International Market. Now, people are saying that change the name, change the name. The name is very important so that it will not have an identity with the Igbos there. So the next thing you might hear is Amoteku International Market or Efurunye International Market or whatever name, or Tinubu International Market. So the Yorubas needs to go. The name Yorubas that stands as a representative of the Igbos needs to go. So they take over the leadership of the market. They take the name, and now less opportunities. They start creating opportunities for their people. They learn your trade. They look for little shops for the Southwesterners, and little by little, in the next 10-20 years, they'll start taking over the market little by little. They start taking over the market. Before you know, is that the Igbos are now, maybe the Igbos are like 95%, 5% other people, or 90 or 10%. Now it might be 70-30. So the popularity keeps on increasing, 50-50 until they take over the market. But I know that conservatism will not help this kind of system we are practicing, except we go full-blown regionalism. If we don't go full-blown regionalism, conservatism will just be something that will just give these people a bad name. But I am not concerned. Let the Yorubas be conservative. That is their right. Let them do whatever they want to do with whatever they have in the southwest. But I'm concerned about how the Igbos will come back to their senses and know that they need to fix the southeast. The southeast is a place that most people are saying that they don't want to go because of there's no national presence, there's no national infrastructure, it's an abandoned whatever. But we know that if our people have this factory reset that the Lagos state government and the Yoruba Ronu, the Yoruba conservatives are giving them, they will go back home and fix and look for a way to fix the southeast, fix Igbo land. Everybody come together. But for this Lagos, forget about it. You've lost it. If you want to stay in Lagos, you abide by the colonial rules, because they are going to start bringing in laws, making it difficult for you to operate. But I know it might last for some years, the next 8 years. We don't know what might happen after Tinubu's regime, because I know this is all sponsored by the APC gang in Lagos. So we don't know what may happen. But now, start preparing for the exodus into the southeast.